The team at Technology for Hotels knows how busy you are. So we've created this concise briefing to keep you up to date on the key happenings in the hotel industry.
Ready to dive in?
Let's dive in.
All right.
We're aiming to sort of extract the essential news and developments from the latest industry briefings, specifically for you, as leaders in the hotel sector.
Yeah.
Think of this as your efficient route to staying informed
Right.
and really understanding the implications of these movements.
Exactly. We know your time is valuable,
Yeah.
and we've really sifted through the details to bring you a focused overview of what's significant right now, going beyond just the headlines, to really understand the potential impact on your strategies.
Okay, so let's unpack this, starting with a look at new openings and developments.
Sounds good.
Amora Hotels is continuing its expansion across Australasia with 3 new Victorian properties under their Oaks Hotels, Resorts and Suites brand.
Okay.
Opening on March 3rd,
Mm-hmm.
Oaks View Suites Geelong, Oaks R Suites Geelong, and Oaks Melbourne Flemington Suites. This feels like more than just adding new locations, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. What's fascinating here is that this Victorian expansion aligns with a broader regional strategy.
Okay.
Their future pipeline includes significant developments in Brisbane, that's the Queen's Wharf Residences, Sydney, the NH Collection and NH Hotels in 2026, and Mooloolaba, Avani Hotel.
Got it.
This suggests a strong conviction in the growth potential of key Australian markets and a move to establish a significant presence across the region.
Right.
So for those of you with properties in these areas, this increased competition, particularly in the extended stay and service department segments, is something to keep an eye on.
For sure.
Yeah.
They've quoted their COO, emphasizing their focus on delivering high-quality, unique travel experiences in prime locations.
Okay.
It's not just about quantity, it seems, but a strategic approach to capturing discerning travelers.
Yeah.
How might this influence the expectations of guests in these markets?
I think it raises the bar. When a major player like Amora Hotels emphasizes quality and unique experiences, it puts pressure on existing properties to elevate their offerings.
Yeah.
Travelers become accustomed to a certain standard, and that influences their choices.
Of course.
For you, it's a reminder to constantly assess your guest experience and identify opportunities for differentiation beyond just price.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
Right.
Another interesting property development is the refresh at Oaks Port Stevens Pacific Blue Resort.
Okay.
They've upgraded guest rooms, enhanced outdoor spaces, and revitalized wellness facilities.
Oh, nice.
Given Port Stevens' popularity, this seems like a smart move to maintain their competitive edge.
Yeah.
What does this tell us about current priorities for resort properties?
I think it highlights the ongoing importance of the guest experience, beyond just the room itself.
Right.
Enhancements to outdoor spaces and wellness facilities suggest a focus on creating a holistic retreat experience.
Yes.
In a competitive destination like Port Stevens, continuous investment in the property is crucial for attracting and retaining visitors.
For sure.
Their current offers for OKS Discovery members also underscore the value of loyalty programs in securing repeat business.
Yeah.
Are you looking at similar ways to enhance your property's appeal and reward loyal guests?
These are great points, something to think about.
Yeah.
Now let's turn to acquisitions and investments.
Okay.
Club Wyndham South Pacific has significantly expanded by acquiring vacation ownership interests in 11 new destinations across Australia and New Zealand,
Wow.
bringing their total to 66 properties.
That's big.
That's a substantial increase in their portfolio.
Yes.
What's the bigger picture here for the vacation ownership market?
So this aggressive expansion suggests a continued appetite for the vacation ownership model,
Interesting.
providing more diverse holiday options for their over 60,000 members.
Okay.
The new destinations, Magnetic Island, Tumakin and Mornington Peninsula in Australia, and Paihia and Queenstown in New Zealand, cater to a range of travel preferences.
Got it.
By increasing availability in popular locations like the Sunshine Coast and offering various accommodation types, they're strengthening the appeal of their membership.
Right.
For those in the traditional hotel sector, this growth in alternative accommodation options is a factor to consider in your long-term strategy.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great point, especially with the growth that we're seeing in that sector.
Absolutely.
We also saw Amora Hotels and Resorts acquire the 5-star Hilton Adelaide.
Mm-hmm.
That's a significant transaction in a major city.
It is.
What makes Adelaide such an attractive market right now for this kind of investment?
Adelaide's growing tourism sector, fueled by ongoing major infrastructure projects and a vibrant cultural scene, is definitely a draw for investors.
Okay.
A well-established high-end property like the Hilton Adelaide, with its 377 guest rooms and extensive conference facilities, presents a valuable asset in this context.
Yeah.
The strong investor interest noted by CBRE Hotels, who facilitated the sale, underscores this. While Hilton Hotels of Australia will continue to manage the property,
Oh, yeah.
Amora gains a significant foothold in a key Australian capital.
Yeah, that's a good point.
For those of you looking at expansion, Adelaide is clearly a market worth further investigation.
So in Melbourne, there's been a change of ownership for two heritage venues.
Okay.
The Carlton Club and Windsor Castle Hotel, acquired by the Ganley Group after entering administration, that is facing financial difficulties leading to a formal insolvency process.
I see.
This raises questions about the sustainability of some iconic venues.
It does, yeah. These venues, while rich in history and character, likely face challenges adapting to changing consumer behaviors and economic pressures.
Yeah.
The new ownership aims to preserve their unique identities while considering future redevelopments.
Interesting.
This situation highlights the delicate balance between maintaining heritage and ensuring long-term viability in the hospitality sector.
Right.
It prompts us to consider how even well-loved establishments need to evolve to remain relevant.
Really good point. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's shift our focus now to some key industry trends, starting with a significant move in sustainability.
Right.
Accor has surpassed 200 eco-certified hotels in Australia and New Zealand.
Wow.
That's half their network.
That's huge.
This feels like a major commitment.
It does.
What's driving this push for eco-certification?
I think several factors are likely at play here. Firstly, there's increasing consumer demand for sustainable travel options.
Makes sense.
Secondly, eco-certification can lead to operational efficiencies and cost savings in the long run through reduced resource consumption.
Yeah.
So with over 190 Australian hotels certified by Ecotourism Australia
Yow.
and 20 plus in New Zealand holding Qualmark NZ Gold certification and another 70 plus in the pipeline aiming for 100% by 2026,
That's ambitious.
Accor is positioning itself as a leader in responsible tourism.
Absolutely.
Their focus on reducing plastic, food waste, and water use aligns with global sustainability goals. For your properties, this highlights the growing importance of integrating sustainable practices into your operations and communicating those efforts to your guests.
Great insights, thank you.
Sure.
On a related note, the Ascott Limited has partnered with Foodbank Australia in a 3-year initiative, pledging $50,000 in funding and in-kind support across their 126 Australian properties,
That's great.
including Quest, Citadines, Life, and Oakwood. This seems like a meaningful way for the industry to give back.
Absolutely. This partnership demonstrates a commitment to community impact that goes beyond just providing accommodation.
Right.
The involvement of their properties in food drives, volunteering, and even accommodating food bank staff showcases a deep level of engagement.
Yeah.
The initial donation providing 30,000 meals highlights the tangible difference such initiatives can make, especially given current economic challenges.
Of course.
These kinds of corporate social responsibility programs can also enhance brand reputation and foster employee engagement.
Absolutely. Turning to New Zealand tourism industry, Aotearoa has welcomed a $3 million funding boost to attract more international business events.
Oh, wow.
Why is this funding seen as so important for the New Zealand tourism sector?
Well, as TIA CEO Rebecca Ingram pointed out, business events are crucial for driving year-round visitation, particularly during those traditionally quieter seasons. These events not only fill hotel rooms, but also support local businesses, restaurants, and other service providers.
Right.
By attracting international conferences and meetings to venues in Wellington, Christchurch, and Auckland,
Yeah.
this funding aims to boost the overall economic contribution of tourism and showcase New Zealand as a destination for business as well as leisure.
Got it.
It's a strategic investment in diversifying their tourism appeal.
Back in Australia, Choice Hotels Asia Pac has achieved a significant milestone by becoming the first hotel franchisor to earn climate active certification.
That's impressive.
How does this certification benefit their franchisees and the broader industry?
This certification demonstrates a commitment to environmental responsibility at the corporate level,
Okay.
which can provide a competitive advantage for their franchisees.
Makes sense.
Their implemented sustainability initiatives like bulk amenities, the Room to Be Green program, and the Hotel Sustainability Basics program offer practical frameworks for their properties to reduce their environmental impact.
I see.
CEO Trent Fraser's emphasis on this being a starting point and their continued focus on emissions reduction and renewable energy signals a long-term commitment
Right.
that will likely resonate with environmentally conscious travelers and potentially inspire other franchisors to follow suit.
It's good to see this kind of leadership in the industry.
It is.
Finally, the World Travel and Tourism Council and Trip.com Group have released a report on technology game changers, future trends in travel and tourism,
Oh, wow.
highlighting 16 transformative technologies.
Okay.
That sounds like a lot to digest.
It is.
What are some of the key takeaways for hotel leaders?
Well, the report categorizes these technologies into areas like digital technologies, financial technologies, future of mobility, and breakthrough innovations.
I see.
A major highlight is the perceived impact of the AI revolution, with 94% of leaders seeing it as mission critical.
Wow, 94%. That's
a big number.
a lot.
The rise of super apps for integrated travel experiences,
Yeah.
advancements in sustainable tourism technologies, and even emerging concepts like space tourism are also discussed.
Oh, wow. Space tourism. That's
Yeah.
that's pretty out there.
It is, but it's something to think about.
Yeah.
The report stresses the need for investment in digital skills and supportive regulations, with a significant majority of travel businesses planning increased tech investments.
Okay.
It positions this as a fundamental shift, potentially the biggest since the internet, requiring businesses to be proactive in their technology adoption and talent development strategies.
Now let's briefly touch on some recent personnel changes in the industry.
Okay.
The stars in motion. Shane Jolly is the new general manager at Hyatt Hotel Canberra, a Park Hyatt hotel.
A key leadership role in the capital.
Matthew Horvat has become cluster general manager at BWH Hotels.
Likely overseeing multiple properties.
Ben Schumacher is now regional vice president of operations APAC at Wyndham Hotels and Resorts.
A significant promotion within a major international group.
Sean Pine has taken on the role of area general manager at EVT Entertainment Ventures Travel.
A move within a diverse hospitality and entertainment company.
Scott Breen is the new general manager at Courtyard Melbourne Flagstaff Gardens.
Strengthening Marriott's presence in Melbourne.
And Charles Young has been appointed as general manager of Pullman Sydney Penrith.
Interesting.
These movements in leadership often signal strategic shifts in areas of focus for these organizations.
Right.
Keeping an eye on these appointments can offer valuable insights into the industry's direction.
Absolutely. It's about understanding who's steering the ship and what priorities they might bring to their new roles.
That wraps up this week's 5-Star Weekly Briefing.
A concise overview of the key news and trends for hotel industry leaders.
Don't forget to tune in to the 5-Star Conversations podcast, where Brendan Granger from Technology for Hotels has in-depth discussions with industry leaders exploring their experiences, insights, and the future of guest experience and innovation.
Definitely a valuable resource for those wanting to go beyond this briefing.
Until next time, stay well and stay ahead.
See you next week.
See you next week.